Hey y'all, welcome back. So today we are going to be making some fried, my bad, we're going to make some fried jackfruit nugs. So if you're unaware, jackfruit is literally fruit, but the kind I'm going to be using is baby jack. And the reason it's called baby jack is because it's literally just unripened jackfruit. So when jackfruit is ripe, it's very sweet. So it's literally, like I said, it's fruit. But when it's young or baby jack, it doesn't have any taste to it. So you can put whatever seasoning you want to with it. You can make like tacos, you can make quote unquote like fried chicken or like, fried nuggets as I'm making it. So to get started, you just want to put some oil in your pan. You're literally going to make fried jackfruit the same way you would make like chicken nuggets or any other kind of like fried food, or basically like chicken, but anyway. So instead of eggs, we're going to be using club soda. And I like to open my soda over the sink because I did have an accident one time and it just like exploded all over me and all over my clothes. But anyway, right here I'm adding about a half cup of flour. And you can use any kind of flour you want. I'm also adding some mustard, some paprika. Come on. Garlic. And we're using a little bit of baking powder, not soda powder, because it acts like a binder. There's actually a difference between baking powder and baking soda. I think baking soda adds makes it thicken, and then baking powder makes stuff rise, if I can remember correctly. And I'm also adding basil and some onion powder. You can add as much as you want. Just keep in mind you don't want to go OD with it. Like, seasoning is cool, but like if you're going crazy, yeah. And then also I did add some salt too. I don't forget about that. Salt and some pepper. Then I got a little slow melt going for just like a little effect of all the seasonings together. And you're gonna mix it all in. Definitely make sure that baking powder is mixed in thoroughly. That way it's like, you ain't missing nothing. And then we're actually going to be doing this 2 times. So you want to mix it in one bowl and then the second bowl. So the second bowl right here, I'm adding some of the not baking soda. I'm adding some of the club soda. And you want to add it little by little. Kind of like how you make pancakes. If you put too much, you're just going to have like hella pancakes because then you got to add some more flour to it. So yeah, definitely make sure you're pouring a little bit at a time. Like right here, I'm adding a little bit more. I like mine's kind of thick because if you make it kind of thick, it fries like thicker, I don't know how to explain it, but if you eat chicken, if you ever made chicken before, I never made chicken. The last time I tried it, it came out bad, but anywho, it's basically just like you double batter in it, basically. So then right here, I actually did this wrong. So I floured it and then I did the wet batter and then I put it back in the flour. But what I should have just did was put the wet, then put the dry, and then started baking. Because if you're looking at it real closely, yeah, the flour just kind of like rubs off. So there was no point in me doing it like that. And I was also still trying to like figure out how to do it, but I got it perfectly. So we're going wet batter, then dry batter, then we're putting in the oil. Look at me struggling to keep the wet batter on. And like I said, look, now I got a palette on there. It's just sad. Anywho, basically the wet batter is taking, what's the word? Basically the wet batter is the substitute for the egg. Like I said, I never made fried chicken the correct way, so this is what you do. After you make the oil heat up, you take I'm using like a chopstick, and you put it inside the oil. Now if you see bubbles like you just saw, it's ready to go. Alright, so then all you just do is take your jack and you put it inside the oil. Just be careful that it don't splash on you, and also be careful when you put the jack inside because it might splatter a little bit, and I burned myself a plethora of times, but you'll be alright, I promise. So this right here, I've already got one side pretty much done. It's gonna come to like a golden brown, and then I already flipped it over, and I was using chopsticks. I really don't know why I was using that, but you ain't gotta use chopsticks. You can use I use 2 forks, or like a fork and a knife, or like a fork and a spoon, just kind of like flip it over. You definitely want to make sure both sides are cooked. Well, at least the flour is cooked, because if it's not cooked all the way, it's gonna get soggy and it's gonna be nasty. But right here, that's like a perfect golden brown crisp on it. Yes, delicious. If you're cooking like fried foods, anything like this, take your fried food and you put it on top of like what is that thing called? Basically, it's kind of like a strainer, and it just like takes all the oil and stuff out. And I made my own barbecue sauce with some Jack Daniels, so I'm about to show you that one day. And that's it. But yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Super simple, super easy. Y'all can do it. I'm gonna leave a description in the box, that way y'all know where to get it from. You can pretty much get it from like Trader Joe's, Whole Foods, any kind of like natural store, or like one of those big high-end, more not so urban, I would say, areas. That's usually where you can find it. But I did get mine from Jungle Gyms. I'm gonna have to show y'all like a haul one day. They got some good stuff in there, so definitely try that out. I will see y'all in the next one.